After leaving Liard River Hot Springs, I set out for Watson Lake and to find an overnight spot somewhere in town. I'm still in awe over the beauty here, and I'm moving very, very quickly and can't believe it was just a week ago I was in the Calgary, Alberta area, and now I'm on the cusp of crossing the border from British Columbia into the Yukon Territory. Well, we just crossed into the Yukon Territory. Gosh, we've been through Alberta, then we were in British Columbia, and now Yukon. Next stop is Alaska. It doesn't look much different than British Columbia right now. Lots of trees and beautiful land everywhere. We're about 34 miles outside of Watson Lake. We should have internet connection soon and be able to do some more research on where we're going to go next, because I'm not even sure yet. Like, I know the cities in between, but there's all kinds of things to do in between and I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. Well, we made it to Signpost Forest in Watson Lake, Yukon Territory. The Signpost Forest is Watson Lake's most famous attraction. Travelers from all around the world have been bringing signposts from their hometowns to the Signpost Forest since 1942. The tradition began during the Alaska Highway project in 1942 when U.S. soldier Carl Lindley repaired and erected the directional signposts, and while completing the job, he added a sign that indicated the direction and mileage to his hometown of Danville, Illinois. Others followed suit and the trend caught on. Today, there are over 77,000 signs in the forest, and the number grows each year as visitors contribute signs and continue the tradition. We even have some old boots up here. Ooh, it's getting windy. Look, I found a spot. Hopefully that stays. Ooh, it looks like it's about to pour down rain. Alright, we're headed out. Hi there. I know, put your rain jacket on. How's it going, girl? Well, if you have to stop for construction, this isn't a bad place to stop. We are in the Yukon Territory and on our way from Watson Lake to Teslin. The roads are definitely getting a little bit rougher, so this is just a construction zone, but the roads themselves have potholes. I've had to swerve a few times to miss potholes, but definitely one of those times you have to have your eyes on the road at all times. You want to take a look around everywhere, at least I do, of course, it's a beautiful place. But the brush on the sides of the road are different than how it was in British Columbia. They were more well manicured in British Columbia in a lot of areas. And maybe that's just because you could, you know, there's a lot of terrain, hills and rivers off to the side here and ditches. So, and you're right next to the mountain. So it's more difficult to get all of this brush over here off to the sides and mow it. Where the highways in British Columbia, a lot of the roads off to the side were well manicured. And I loved that from the standpoint that you could see more wildlife, but for safety purposes you could see them on the side of the road. Here you cannot, so it's a bit different, but it's okay. It's just more rugged and beautiful, and you know what you would kind of expect coming out here. This is what I expected the whole time on the Alaska Highway. It was nice and mostly even and very few potholes, so truly surprised about that. But Yukon Territory, a bit different. All right, well, we're still just waiting. I'm gonna get out and do some stretching. I think everybody else is doing the same too. We're gonna stretch. Road construction all throughout Canada and Alaska is plentiful. It's the only season they can fix the road, so many times we have to wait 15 to 25 minutes for the lead car to guide us through the construction zone. Some of these zones can be brutal, from mud, dust, loose gravel, and ungraded areas to travel over. Motorcyclists have it the worst and have to take it very, very slow, so they don't lose their balance on that loose gravel. It has been an amazing day today. I traveled from Liard Hot Springs to Watson Lake and then all the way to Teslin. I didn't actually think I was going to be over here today, but I felt like I could keep going, and it was only supposed to be maybe 2.5 hours away, but there was a lot of construction delay. It took me almost twice as long, I think. And there was a lot of roads where they had actually, you know, started the construction, but it was dirt. And you would have to slow down to 50 kilometers, which is, what is that? It's about 30 miles per hour. So there was just a lot of that coming from Lake Watson. So be prepared for that if you're coming that direction. I imagine there's a lot of road work during the summertime because that's just when they have time to fix the road. So anyways, it's good. They're fixing the roads, but just know that there's going to be construction delays. And now I'm at, you can't see very much. It's been raining and it's really, really cloudy right now. I'm actually stealth camping by an airfield. Anyways, I am exhausted. I have a lot of catching up to do with work since I haven't had internet for the last roughly 2 days, and I'm gonna get caught up on that and then go to sleep. So it's really hard to go to sleep at night when it looks like this outside. This is 12:30 at night. Or 12:30 in the morning, just past midnight. It's still very, very light outside. It says sunset was at 11:20, and now it says sunrise is at 4:24 in the morning. Yet it really hasn't gone completely down. And this is just in Yukon. Just think what it's gonna look like when I get up to Alaska. I guess I'm gonna have to start wearing my night mask, which is right over here. I have one of these, and it works really well too because on the bottom edge, it's got lily hair on it right now. On the bottom, it's got a little lip, so it covers all of this right here, so it's nice and dark. All right, it's time to go to sleep. Good night. Well, we made it, guys. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Alaska.